I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. All right, President Trump, this video is for you. Salute, President Trump. President Trump, can you please pardon Suge Knight? Marion Suge Knight. Because in jail it's Marion Knight. Anyway, Donald Trump. I feel like you and Suge have a lot in common in the sense of the smear campaign that goes on to try to smear, so negatively attack your name. And that's where I feel like you can relate to Suge on having that desire to even want to pardon him, to just see he's experienced the same things that you experience. That just because of who you are, and could be people jealous of you or whatever else it could be, but would want to smear your name. Suge has dealt with that for 20 plus years. So why, and for other people that are watching this video, why would I ask President Trump, President Donald J. Trump, to pardon Suge Knight? Is again, basically what I just said, is because President Trump knows the challenges of people lying on you, where even throughout this presidency, I could see where Trump could say blue, somebody else could say blue, and they said the same thing Trump said, and they'll cheer on the other person and put Trump down for saying blue. I mean, stuff like that, which I have not agreed on, because this is not political. For me, as far as why I'm asking, could President Trump pardon Suge Knight? But what I'm saying in the sense of that they have similar situations of the smear campaign, as Donald Trump has talked about, President Trump has discussed what he calls the deep state. I have many other names I like to call that group, but I'll just say this group that is constantly trying to run the world, trying to run everybody's life, want people in power who they want in power. And if they don't want you in power, then they basically try to get you out of power by saying bad things about you, messing up your image, just all kind of different things that, they'll do to you. So it's the same thing in the entertainment industry, music industry, sports, and all kind of other industries, that if they don't want you in there, then they will try to do all kind of stuff to get you out, make you look bad, act like you're not telling the truth all the time. I remember what someone once told me is that out of 100%, 80% of people are followers, meaning they listen and do whatever somebody else tells them to do. If they read it on social media, they see it in the paper, they see it on the news, they will argue you up and down. Oh no, that's the truth. That's the truth. They said it's the truth. That's the truth. Now you be trying to tell them, and you be asking them, who wrote that though? You got to follow the money, because whoever's putting the money out there is paying for them and everyone to keep repeating this stuff over and over. If you watch the movie, was it 30 or 19? It was one of the movies, but basically it talked about like this group of JPL or something like that of the sort. So basically a group that just almost like sends out a one-sheeter like you do in the film industry. A one-sheeter for everybody to repeat the same thing. And then they showed us the example of every news station, everybody saying the same thing. So a lot of people are talking heads. They're just the face of saying the same thing that is on the sheet that everybody's supposed to be seeing. Okay? So President Trump has experienced this. So I'm not really on a bout if I agree with everything that Trump says or does. Trump, But I've always liked Trump. I like Trump from the point I just happened to be flipping through the channels. And I seen The Apprentice. And I already seen the setup because I'm a black chick. So I already seen the setup. It was the one where Kenya was on there and the white girls, bless their heart, I love all people, but I'm just saying that's what was going on at that time. I was trying to set Kenya and trying to make it look like Kenya was the bad one. Regardless of all the little dirt and stuff they had did, they were trying to switch it around and act like Kenya had done everything wrong and they had done nothing but good. But Trump was able to see right through that. And he was like, I don't think so. So I've had love for Trump ever since then. Because I'm like, right, thank you. Because they always think it's the black chick. And especially if it's us with other races involved. The first one they're going to think that did something negative is the black chick. And we be like, but did you see what she said to me? Did you see what she did to me? They don't even be caring. They be first focused on us, the black chick. So the whole point, and then the whole point that Trump had was I can't think of the girl name, Eberlosa. I can't think of the name right now. Her right by his side forever and all the time, which I feel like maybe Trump, you may have let the people around you break that up because they was jealous of the communication you and her had and things like that. But so again, that's where I got some respect for Trump from. Because I'm like, wait a minute, thank you. And then the whole point that you won the president. I have to say, at first I was very happy. Now again, I ran for president in the year 2016. Michelle Hope Walker, yes, I ran for president. So I voted for me. But at the same time, when Trump won, I was like, finally, somebody beating that crooked system. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of my stuff tends to lean more Democrat. And oh my gosh, I was a sold out, bought out Democrat for years. I rose up in ranks for years. Then I started seeing some stuff, and I was like, wait a minute. Neither party makes a difference for us black people sometimes, So I was like, I can win independent. But so Trump thought I was glad, and the reason why I was glad is because I was glad to see someone beat that crooked machine. Because when we go back to the little group of people that want to run the whole world, they figured they had put out the one sheeter that said everybody need to be voting for Hillary and everybody needed Hillary winning. They had to party together and and Trump came through and busted all that bubble up. But anyway. But again, this is not political at all. So Trump, please pardon Suge Knight. Again, I really feel like you can relate because all the stuff that they say in Suge, you would need like 10 or 20 Suges running around doing all the stuff that they've said. And President Trump, you understand because they say you did this, you did that, and again, I don't know what, but some of the stuff, I'd be like, wait a minute, now you can't be doing all this. There is some good that the man is doing, okay? But that goes back to we got to think for ourselves. So back to that 100%. Like I said, we're talking about 100% out of 100. We look at the 100% out of 100% of the population of people. 80% of people are followers. They follow behind everything somebody has told them. That's what they do. That's what they follow behind. They believe whatever the media tells them, whatever they read, whatever, and they don't have the concept of understanding that money be controlling the information, controlling what you see, and that's where sometimes when they talk about we have a free country, I'm like, do we though? Because we have people that have all this money that are able to buy these ads, that are able to manipulate through money, and shape things where they can do a whole Hollywood movie in a person's life. Because they have the money to put in the actors. They have the money to... So President Trump, you can relate to that. You can relate to people doing a Hollywood movie in your life and you still in the life, but they done rearranged, wrote the story, said how it's going to go, said how it's going to end, and you sit back like, wait a minute, I'm still living my life. How you going to tell me? And Trump, if you didn't know, I'm a comedian, actress, personality. So again, I give it to you on who I am. I'm being me, just like you be you, Trump. I never have knocked you for being you. Do you, boo? Anyway, back to Suge Knight. So that's where I feel like President Trump, that you could really relate to that. You can relate to, you know, what you know to be true and then what people are trying to make seem like it's true, which is far-fetched from the truth. I'm sure you've had scenarios like that, you know what I'm saying? And so here Suge Knight is a man that a lot of people just hold him to 1997 and earlier, you know? That's been like 20-some years ago. And people are still holding him to then, you know, which is very unfair, you know. All of us change in 20 years. We change mindsets, we change different things. Now again, Suge is very smart, very intelligent, and all of that, you know. So he's very smart, very intelligent, and that's the part that they don't like, is that Suge is able to get out here, run his companies, make his money, but it's a very good heart. He's always helping people and doing nice things for people. Let's see, what else, Trump? That's just my key thing. Is I just really feel like you can relate. So the situation happened, if you hadn't heard about it, is basically a lot of people owe Suge a lot of money, Trump. A lot of people, you know, they keep giving a scenario of this happened and that happened, and you know, they keep telling us how they feel about Suge, but it does not replace the point that they owe Suge Knight money. They use his likeness and they act like they don't have to pay for it, which anyone else, they know they would have to pay for the person's likeness. It's just a lot of stuff they pull with Suge they would not pull with anyone else. It's so interesting to me. They try to shape him as he's always running around doing something wrong, and that's not true. So anyway, he was just trying to get away from someone who was attacking him. Someone was attacking him. He was trying to get away. In the midst of getting away, why people jumped in front of a moving car, I don't know. To this day, I do not get that one. He was trying to get away. And then it's still not sure if it actually was Suge that put the car in gear to run over a person, or if it was actually the person that was hitting Suge. So at the same time that Suge is trying to get away, you have somebody hitting Suge, reaching in the truck, hitting Suge, so much to the point that we really don't know if maybe that person put the truck in gear. But as it sums up, Suge Knight is the one who got blamed for it. And all he was trying to do was get back home to safety with his family. Trump, I believe that you can relate to that, getting back home safely with your family, you know, with your kids, you know, with your fiance, you know, with your family. And basically, I really feel that when Suge turned himself in, he went to, you know, because first of all, he didn't realize it was going to be a situation where they really were going to think he purposely was trying to run over somebody, you know. I mean, he really felt like, okay, this is clearly clear that they were attacking me and I was just trying to get away. This is going to be very clear for them to be able to see this, you know. It even shows the video where Suge put the cigar in the tree, which saying he was going to get that when he came back out. Well, I don't know if you might went and got that cigar Okay, anyway, Trump, Suge Knight, please pardon Suge Knight. But anyway, so from that point, Suge has been in jail ever since. It's not fair. It's not right. They did not give him the opportunity to even get counsel. So this is not that he went to jail and had a fair trial and they still found him guilty. No. They wouldn't even, they shut all the communication down. They wouldn't let him hire attorneys and get attorneys. He just was not able to get a fair trial or anything at all. They kept him from his family. They kept him from everybody. He couldn't get letters. He couldn't get nothing. It seemed like. Seemed like a couple times they tried to kill him in there. So again, Trump, President Trump, I really ask you to please pardon Suge Knight. I really feel Suge would appreciate you pardoning him. Again, I'm not putting words in Suge's mouth. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind being out of jail. I'm thinking. But again, this is me asking. This is not Suge asking. I would like to see Suge out of jail. He's experienced a lot of challenges, but he's still in good spirits. But I just don't think it was right or fair. And I see you pardoning people. I see you pardoning people, Trump. And I see you believe in criminal justice reform. So President Trump, I mean, we even have to think, just think if you were somewhere, President Trump, without your security, without anybody, it's just you. And people start attacking you. And so you're trying to hurry up and get out of there. In the midst of trying to hurry up and get out of there, someone jumps in front of your car. And in the back. Now they see the car moving, but for whatever reason, now you got these people in the front and the back of the car, and then you got people along allegedly have guns. So you got to get out of there because you want to go home to your family. You want to go home. You want to be alive. So now, other stuff that they just started throwing in once they had Suge there, it's like he's not even in jail for that stuff. We don't even know where half that stuff came from, I think just from the point of once they got him, they were like, oh, well, we got him now, so let's also accuse him of this, let's accuse him of that, let's do this, let's do that, da, 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 da. Now, I do understand, and I'm not sure on if Suge's case is federal and state or if it's just state. And I'm not fully clear on if you can pardon people that's under state jurisdiction or just federal jurisdiction. But people, I know you know people, President Trump. Anyway. So I don't want this to be too long. So let me wrap it up. But literally, I'm hoping that you can see this video, President Trump, and I'm hoping that you at least will look into the case of Marion Suge Knight. He is in San Diego at the RDJ. Is it RJD or RDJ prison? You can Google it, look it up. Have your people, I'm sorry, President Trump, but have your people look it up. But, and please pardon him or talk with someone, even of the state, to be able to pardon him. Suge Knight should not be in jail right now. It's not fair, it's not right. And if there's anything that you can do to help, I believe Suge would really appreciate it. And this is not about politics. This is not about politics at all. This is about fairness. But you do have the power in your hands to be able to do something. So again, President Trump, please pardon Suge Knight. For anybody that's looking like, why are you going to ask Trump to pardon? Because Trump has the power to be able to help make something happen. And I'm not going to be afraid to ask President Trump to pardon Suge Knight. I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker, and the date of this video is November 28th, 2020. I can be reached at Hope_Speaks. That's Twitter. Facebook is Hope Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Period. Listen. And Instagram is Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. So yes, President Trump, please, please pardon Suge Knight. Please pardon Suge Knight. No strings attached now. No strings attached in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's sort of where I think sometimes it may have been, you know. Certain people may have wanted to try to get Suge out, but he's seen that it was some strings attached to that he like, oh wait. But President Trump, I believe you can pardon him with no strings attached. For all I know, you and Suge may have hung out before, or whatever the case might be. You know, so you might know him way more than I do. But anyway, so again, President Trump, if you could please, please pardon Suge Knight. You'll make us all very, very happy. Plus, you know, you can show people that, you know, you're a fair person. You know, when they try to call you a racist, which I don't believe you're racist. I just believe sometimes you say things that I don't really understand why you're saying them when it comes to race sometimes. But like I said, I mean, you know, I first really encountered you through defending black women and having black women on your side. So, you know, and also in the rap game that you always were supportive of the rappers and stuff, which I don't know, I find so strange. So all of a sudden you become president, and because certain people don't want people to like you, some of the rappers change their perspective of you when they've always loved you or tried to be like you. I don't know about that. Anyway, let me stay focused. So Suge Knight, so President Trump, if you could please pardon Suge Knight. And I'm Michelle Hope Walker, which is basically a supporter of Suge Knight, and feel like that in this case here that it was wrong. He shouldn't be in jail. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to go home, and he was just trying to get away. People were trying to kill him, and he was just trying to get away. That's it. And so, all right, well, I don't want to keep us all too long. But again, thank you, President Trump, for all that you're able to do. And I pray that you can pardon Suge Knight if it's in your power to do so, or you can have someone work on and look into Suge Knight's situation and try to help in whatever way you can. Of course, you first got to ask him to make sure that's what he wants, because I don't want to speak for him. I just at least want to take this opportunity to put it out there. Again, you still have to speak with Mr. Marion Knight to, you know, make sure that's what he wants to do and everything of the sort. But I wanted at least to, your pardoning people, take this opportunity to actually to remember Marion Suge Knight, who's in jail here in California and San Diego. So, okay. Thank you, President Trump, for all that you do, and hopefully you can look into this situation and appreciate all that you can do to help. Thank you.